News on 6 starts now with winter weather.
This afternoon at 4, we have live team coverage to get you and your family ready. Good afternoon, and thank you so much for joining us. I'm Brian Dorman. Tomorrow's winter weather, of course, will have us all thinking back to last year's winter storm. All right, Emery, thank you so much for that report this afternoon. Meanwhile, AAA is urging everyone to stay home if possible. Just hours ago, Governor Kevin Stitt signed an executive order declaring a state of emergency for all 77 counties. The Tulsa Street Department is pulling staff and equipment from parks and the sewer department. The airport, of course, responsible for clearing snow and ice from runways, taxiways, and roads. First at 4, bracing for round 2 of winter weather. I'm Brian Dorman. We start with Chief Meteorologist Travis Meyer in the Bob Mills Weather Center. Trav, we're going to check in with our field crews from all across Green Country throughout this hour. Oklahoma Highway Patrol is partnering with the National Guard to respond to emergency situations. Many kids are learning from home today. Some are off taking a traditional snow day. There'll be a day that we won't have those, won't there? Oh, here we go. First at 9, much of the Osage Casino Skycam network covered in snow tonight. Some areas could see nearly a foot of snow by the time this storm is over. And it's not just the snow. In some areas, it's ice. And for everyone, the brutally cold temperatures. We start with Chief Meteorologist Travis Meyer. He's standing by in the Bob Mills Weather Center. Hey, Trav. All right, Trav, thank you so much. And as Dale was just showing us, the roads are snow covered here tonight. Snow, of course, still falling. News on 6's Jordan Tidwell is live for us in Tulsa and Tulsa Hills with an update on what it looks like there. Jordan? Sleet there in Muskogee, snow falling here in Tulsa. We find News on 6's Ashland Brothers continuing our live team coverage here tonight. We'll check back in with our team of trackers, the largest team of trackers across Green Country tonight. Stay with us. I could barely believe it when I saw you at noon. You had an interesting experience there in McAllister, my friend, when you ran into a guy wearing a bear costume. Let's take a look. Thankfully, there's not a lot of people out on the roads today. Many things are closed. We continue to check in with Stacia for traffic reports during this hour. We'll do that in a moment. But first, let's get an update on Tulsa streets with News on 6's Jordan Tidwell. Jordan, on my way in, the road's not too bad, really. News on 6's Amy Slanchik shows us from lambs, donkeys, dogs, cats, all of our furry friends really enjoying this snow. There were 3 house fires overnight in Tulsa, and thankfully no one was hurt. This video is of one of the fires near 71st and Sheridan. We were listening to Bob earlier, you know, Bob Roloff, and he's just like, yeah, roads are kind of fine. But I'm like, he's from Michigan up there too. So it's like, you know, for us, it's kind of like, yeah, the roads are great, get out there. And then other people are like, wait a minute, no, I mean, they're terrible. And we start with late breaking news here at 9 o'clock. A 12-year-old boy right now fighting for his life after he was hit by a truck while sledding in Broken Arrow. First here at 9 o'clock, round 3, more snow is possible tonight before the storm finally ends. Good evening and thank you so much for joining us. I'm Brian Dorman. Not a sad story to end such a fun day in the snow. 2 12-year-old boys hit by vehicles while sledding in Broken Arrow. From Broken Arrow to Bartlesville now, where crews are still working to clear main streets, but some drivers are still getting stuck. Well, snow is falling across Green Country here. It is round 3 and it is the final round. You'll notice a little bit more snow when you wake up tomorrow morning. We are continuing to stay on top of breaking news tonight. This is really tough stuff. After a day of fun in the snow, 2 boys, both 12 years old, hit by vehicles while sledding in Broken Arrow. In Broken Arrow and around the Tulsa metro, of course, it has been mostly snow during this storm system. In Muskogee, it's really been a lot of sleet and ice, and roads there aren't getting much better. The city sent us this video of snowplow crews in action. Dozens of workers right now working 12-hour shifts. If you see someone out in the cold who is homeless or perhaps needs help, you can always call Housing Solutions Tulsa at the number on your screen. It is finally over. After 3 rounds of winter weather, the storm has moved out of Green Country, leaving behind up to 10 inches of snow in some areas. And today, on this Friday, oh, the sun is shining. It is great to see you this afternoon. I'm Brian Dorman. In McAllister, it's mostly sleet, which created some really slick streets. News on 6's Reagan Ledbetter has been there through the entire storm. And Reagan, how is it looking in McAllister this afternoon? Some sad news this afternoon as we learn a 12-year-old boy died from his injuries after he was run over by a truck while sledding. We first told you about this accident with breaking news last night at 9. The blood shortage was made even worse by the snowstorm. The Oklahoma Blood Institute lost more than 70% of anticipated donations this week. Dacia's busy tracking the main roads for us. We'll check in with her in just a moment. But first, let's go live to News on 6's Jordan Tidwell for an update on how the streets in Tulsa are looking this afternoon. Jordan? Delays and cancellations across the Northeast this afternoon. Our winter storm is now causing problems there. The massive system has caused everything from heavy snow to tornado warnings. Laura Podesta reports.